Yeah, disappointing effort all around. But credit the Buffs. They did a lot of good things. They play with incredible tempo. I don't know, but I didn't have the guys ready. And that's on me. That's a tough pill to swallow because they did exactly what we anticipated it looking like, or what the attack would be. And they did a great job.
Coach, going up against Tad Boyle, who you worked with for some time here. Can you just maybe describe what it's like coaching against someone you've got so much experience with, and the strategy that goes into that, how much that's heightened?
Well, it's great comfortability and scouting. We played them a few years ago when I was at Tennessee, and they came into us. So Sam and I knew everything that they were running. And because of Nate, they knew some of our sets, some of our defensive calls. Defensively they knew more than offensively. But there's obviously familiarity between the programs, because I watch them a lot, they watch us a lot. But yeah, I mean, outside of the game, it was good to be back in Boulder.
How much did you feel Carl's depth, especially as the guards started picking up more fouls in the stretch of the game?
Yeah, their depth was great. Especially at altitude. And then they play fast. We like to play fast. They like to play fast. They won the pace battle. And they won the possession battle as well.
You mentioned the offensive rebounds, especially early in the game. You mentioned this a little bit. Do you feel like it was just like a lack of physicality from your guys underneath it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to see it. It's hard to really know offensive rebounding when the game is going. It happens so bang bang, but you can assume it's from no box outs. You can assume. So we'll go and look. It's certain things in basketball that are it's you, man. It's your free throw shooting, your one-on-one defense, and your defensive rebounding. It's on you. And we didn't, and that was so disappointing. Some of our older guys, just to execute what you need to execute in the moment. And we're going to revamp our practices. We're going to flip this thing and really, really hone in on our defense. 88 points is plenty.
Jalen obviously got the 2 fouls early. It seemed like he was frustrated, but then he picks it up in the second half, gets the line a bunch. What did you see from his game?
Yeah, he was under the weather last couple of days, fighting an illness or bug, whatever it is. But if you play, you got to play. If you suit up, you got to be ready to go. He wasn't great early. He got it started playing off 1 foot. You don't play off 1 foot if you don't have an advantage to score. As simple as that. You can put it on my tombstone one day, and you don't play off 1 foot if you don't have an advantage to score.
Alone Michelle for the Buffs. He was a late signee. He didn't play in the first game.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of film on him. Did he catch you guys off guard?
No. Again, we knew exactly what he could do. A better shooter in Israel than his numbers preceded early on. He's been looking like a driver, really catching the ball, but watching him in warmups, watching the film in Israel, knew the shot looked good. Know his go-to move in the post. When he feels, he spins baseline. Know he loves to get to his right hand in the post. He played really, really well. Good young guy. And that's the thing with, you get pros, from Europe, they're gonna, they've been in these battles, in these games before.
Coach, you guys like to shoot the 3-pointer. You start 0-5 from deep in the first few minutes. If the shooting night turns into what it did from beyond mark, what's kind of the message throughout the game?
No, I shot quality. Steph Vox had a wide open one to start. Jason Edwards had some clean ones to start. We missed some good looks. We missed good looks at the rim and 3. I don't have my ranges, what we were from the rim. I know we were like 6 for 13 at the rim at halftime. But again, it goes back to playing off 1 foot. When they played off 2 feet, good stuff happens. When we played off 2 feet, good stuff happens.
Got a pretty good ovation pre-game when they announced your name and coming back here. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, no, this is a great place. Great place with great fans, great institution. Love Rick. love Tad. This is a special place that me and my family got to spend a couple of good years.
Coach, Colorado scored 54 points in the paint tonight, and a lot of that dominance came from the center, Elijah Malone. When you watch this game, kind of what did you see? How did you guys feel to stop them tonight?
Yeah, all of them. They were living in the paint. I think you're smiling. You like that. I thought 54 was a low number based on what it was at halftime. I thought it was going to be we said at halftime they were on pace for 60 in the paint, and we didn't make the adjustments.
Coach, Jason's been Mr. Consistency for you guys so far, 24 today, even in the loss. Is that something that you feel like you can build on as a team and rally around?
Yeah, I want Jason to be aggressive, excuse me, and want him to just make the plays the game is telling him to make.
You said that, you thought you had him ready to go. Defensively, you really didn't have him ready to go, and you said it was on you. Can you just expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, everything we talked about happened. Transition defense, ball defense, and backboard defense. I don't know if it was the altitude. We took our press off, wanted to get back in transition, build our house early. And we didn't. There were just lapses. I didn't recognize the team out there today, and that's an unsettling feeling as a coach. The second time I felt that, this season of us simply just not doing what we work on or doing what the game requires. And that's a bad feeling as a coach. And couldn't get out of it. To be down one at halftime for as bad as we played was a blessing.
Kim, just again, inside, you really haven't been able to get anything from Duncan. Is he not the normal guy? Is he not feeling well, or he hasn't gotten going yet?
Yeah, I don't know. He's the most consistent guy in the preseason, but he struggled so far. And I think with that size, that body, all players, you got to come in the game with the mindset you're going to get it by doing the tough stuff. We had to talk with our guys, a couple of days ago. See, everyone needs to play hard. Everyone needs to win, but Floyd, Duncan Powell, Daquan Davis, Cole Hargrove, Jameer Jones, if their calling card is not their toughness and physicality and how hard they play, we're not going to be the team that we aspire to be. And just we weren't physical enough, weren't tough enough.
Anyone else?
Kim, on the defensive side specifically, what do you think the team has to do, from an identity standpoint to buy back in?
Yeah, run hard in transition to build out. Guard your man one-on-one. If he's a shooter, close out with a high hand. Don't allow him to drive middle. And do the best job as you can to play one-on-one defense to guard your man. If it's a driver, you don't want to run him off the line. If it's a driver, you don't want to run him off the line on closeouts. You want to keep him in between, yourself in the basket. Off ball, we have our shell principles. Where we need to help our teammates on the ball. And lastly, when a shot is attempted, we need to contest it. And we need to box out and rebound. Those are the areas defensively we'll work on. Some things in ball screens we can clean up. But those are the main three areas: transition defense, ball defense, and box out.